So thank you for being here with me, Sarah. I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
Wonderful. Thank you. It's great to be here today and appreciate the opportunity to be able to share information about a program that we have launched through funding related to the American Rescue Plan. And I can get started by sharing my screen. Can everybody see that?
I can.
Okay, wonderful. So I'm not going to hopefully take too long in explaining this. So I'll just cue it up by saying this opportunity in a nutshell is for certain professional services providers to become a vendor of Pierce County. In other words, the businesses involved need to go through the Pierce County system in order to go. There's an approval process that enables you to become a service provider on this roster. So that's the nutshell of the opportunity. And let's go on to the next slide, as it says here. So the services we're talking about are in bookkeeping, graphic design, web design, marketing, accounting, tax, legal advice. Those are the areas that we've identified that small business owners need most of all in order to grow their businesses. And as I said before, it's funded by the American Rescue Plan Act, allocated by Pierce County Council. And how does this work? So once you become a provider with Pierce County, then you become eligible to be matched with businesses through a couple different programs. So one of the programs that's currently underway is the Pierce County Business Accelerator. Perhaps you've heard of it. It's for entrepreneurs, primarily in underserved communities, BIPOC women and veteran-owned businesses. And they complete a series of programs. And then once they graduate, they become eligible for professional service hours. So when they are matched, they're matched with businesses through this roster. And that's, as I was saying, the opportunity we're talking about here. The other piece is eventually we will be also offering professional services grants, and those grants will be awarded to businesses in unincorporated Pierce County, and again, matched with businesses on this roster. So in order to participate, you need to register your business with Pierce County Procurement and Contract Services and answer some basic questions about your business and include some documentation that's requested that tells us more about your business, who you serve, where you're located, and so on. So this gets a little bit more into the details of what you should have ready when you go in to complete the bid form. You need business information such as your UBI number, what's your relevant experience, who's working with the businesses, what's their experience level, and so on. Are you a women, veteran-owned, BIPOC-owned business? Do you have experience working with those communities, and so on? And some of the documentation that you'll be asked for, well, this is actually inclusive of it, is the resumes of who's providing services, your firm resume, portfolio, and individuals that are going to be providing the services. So the bid process, yes, there are some steps to this. If you're already within the Pierce County system, there's one path, and then if you're not, then you need to go ahead and register your company through Procureware, which is the software that the county uses to, basically evaluate any companies or any bid proposals, and this is considered a bid through our system. So this is the step. If you're not already registered, you'll go into this registration process, and this is the website too. And when we're done here, I will be providing this presentation or through Lori, and it will have the links will be live in it so that you can go to these sites and start the bid process. So once you're registered or you have logged in, then you go to the portal, the same portal, and go to the list of the bids, and it's number 21-145, and I've circled it here. So you just would go in and select that one. And that'll open up a bid form, and you go in and enter your information as we just, as I mentioned earlier, attach the documents and then submit the form. And then once you have done that, the county reviews the proposals and then would initiate a contract with those who offer the services being requested and meet the minimum qualifications. And then once the approvals happen, then we start to match with businesses. And as I said, we have about 70 businesses who've completed the Accelerator program so far, and a total of about 200 when all said and done will have gone through that program. So those are all then eligible to receive professional services hours from this roster. So this is just a quick summary of what we're talking about here today. So just, if it's something that your company does and you're interested to get business this way, then you want to make sure you kind of got all your things together and complete the bid process. And we do have assistance here and further guidance if you need it. I provided, this will also be sent to you, and these are all live links that would go out to these various areas. So we have some resources on our webpage. There's an FAQ, and there's a deeper dive into the steps you need to register your business in Procureware. And that is the summary of the opportunity. And here's my contact information. And I'll also add that, I am, if it's not this program, something else you're interested in or need information about, Lori has my contact information. You have it now too. And just feel free to offer, ask any questions or any assistance we can offer. We're happy to provide that.
So it sounds like you already have the businesses lined up. Is there any potential for a business to be part of the program on the needing the services side, or is that all?
Oh, those applications are still open for the Pierce County Business Accelerator. The website is pcba.biz.
Okay.
And we are accepting applications. I believe we've got 4 and 5 cohorts, 4 and 5 lined up. There's 25 businesses each cohort. And so we'll be identifying those dates here soon for cohorts 4 and 5, but that leaves more opportunity still. So for the remainder of getting the cohorts going. And we did offer one cohort in Vietnamese and Korean. So we were pleased to be able to do that as well.
Oh, that's great. And I think we had a couple of chamber members in that program, which we love to hear about. Well, thank you. And I'll make sure to put that information out there. We have a lot of photographers, videographers, people like that in our membership. And you had some tips for folks like those.
Yeah, that maybe wouldn't seem readily apparent, but if you are offering photography, that type of service that helps with the business marketing emphasis, I would strongly encourage you to go ahead and submit a bid and just make sure it's focused on business. So even if you offer personal services such as wedding photography, that you would instead, when you submitted your bid, you would be more in line with the business, how you're serving businesses with the service that you provide. I guess that it would be considered under that marketing area. Mm-hmm. What we're emphasizing here through this program are, are you assisting people with bookkeeping help? Mm-hmm. Because those are some of the questions that they have as they grow. How do you build a financial statement? What are the nuts and bolts of keeping track of your profit and loss? So a service provider that would do that, or, the tax questions that are involved in setting up an entity, business entity, or changing that as the case may be. So, businesses that are in line with those services would be, welcome to submit a bid.
Right. And then if somebody does submit their information Do they get a response back saying whether they're eligible or not, or is there any opportunity for them to,
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
definitely can dialogue with us if they have any specific questions
Okay.
about their application once they submit it. And we do have Chris here on our team who follows up with anyone that might have missing information or we need further clarification on something. So yeah, there's definitely feedback given, either we initiate or the business does, depending on where they're at in the process.
Okay, good. And then how is this going to go on? Is there sort of a expiration date, or is this just kind of ongoing until the funds are allocated?
I believe I had that on one of these. Oh, it's in the FAQs, of course, because I had. Let me go to that here. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, here we go. All right, so here's the FAQs, and yes, the deadline would be funds available until 12/20/2023. So we need to, wrap up the programs by then.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I love this. I think this is a great opportunity, and I've got a few members in mind that I would love to see register for this if they haven't already. So we will be making those. We will be reaching out to them personally, and we're going to record this and share it on our channels and distribute this presentation as well. So I love it.
Yeah, and if anyone has any further needs of clarification or walkthrough of any of the things, feel free to contact me, and I'll send these documents to you, Lori, so you can distribute as you see fit.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate you taking the time. I think this is really important. Yeah, we're going to have to make this a regular event, getting together and having you walk us through some of these programs for our members, I think.
Happy to do it.
Well, thank you so much. And thanks for being here, and we'll chat soon.
All right. Take it easy. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, Sarah. Take care.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.